situ shirap did Ningzigum Pendokare, Shirang Yankarto. And a diggy Panzakar, Duzakar, the Hagora, Shirapa. And Shirapa then and Shirap the tower and tower in Gombayo. Sintangi Tawan of the Shets house. Tangan Gom Kandijab, somebody can go to Shirin.
In doing this, we proceed through the stages of view, meditation, and conduct. And first we have to begin with view, which is the wisdom aspect, which Rinpoche has been explaining so far. What are the benefits of having loving kindness and compassion? What are the faults of not having those qualities? What do we want to be free from when we're trying to train in loving kindness? And what do we want to accomplish when we're trying to train in loving kindness? All of this comes under the wisdom of the view, and Rinpoche has explained that up to this point. And now Rinpoche will explain how we should go about meditating, how we should actually go about the process of generating these qualities. In the practice of loving kindness, we first consider ourselves. It's important here for us to think about what our attitude is, what our basic being is, what it is that we want, and what it is that we don't want. So first, if we think about who we are in terms of our basic being, we find that we are good. Both our body and mind are good in their basic being. From the perspective of our body, we have what's called a precious human body from the perspective of the Buddhist teachings. It's something very good and it's something very precious. And if we look at our minds, according to the Buddha, we all have Buddha nature. The Buddha taught extensively that the essence of our own mind is no different from the essence of the mind of the Buddha. So both our body and mind are extremely positive in their essence. Purusha. The Sanskrit word for a human or person is Purusha, which has an etymological sense of power, something that possesses power. And what that means is that to be a human being means having the power to accomplish anything we want. And then we think about what we want and what we don't want. And we find that we want to be happy and we don't want to suffer. And we can see how this is true for everyone. Is it true for you? In Europe, some people say that they enjoy beating themselves, and they get money for doing that. And actually they go so far as to give money to other people to beat them, and setting aside special times to be beaten.
Dewa Dewa Reves.
Do you think they want happiness?
Dewa Dewa Reves.
Yes, they do.
Karisana. Dewa Duman the Tosem so your was.
Lesson.
You move to your mares.
Lesson.
They have a capture, they like shrubs.
Lesson.
In Koran, now what Dewa Shagi.
Lesson. The reason why this is so is because happiness and suffering are created by one's mind. Happiness and suffering don't exist in the external world in things. And it's very important to understand that. That's again going back to the wisdom aspect.
Dewan do your chitan, and Dewan do sul lam jam the years. Dewan do chipas.
Lesson. So these people who desire to be beaten definitely want to be happy, but the way in which they want to be happy is different from other people. So the way in which people want to be happy can be different, but the desire to be happy itself is always the same.
Tangarang sama Yaputani. Narang Nelu Rangshin Yapuchiri Chavan Munetani Rangshin the Yapuri, Tilaya Gawa. And Narang Deva Dena Sambachi. Jamba, Jambas, Jambas Devatan, David Jew, Dena Samba. Narang Yoba Dele, Towata Gawa Kumbala, Jambas.
So in the practice of loving kindness then, we consider ourselves first, we think about ourselves, and we think about how our basic nature is positive in this way. And we generate an appreciation for that and a desire that we enjoy happiness. We think, how wonderful would it be if I were to enjoy happiness and the causes of happiness. And so in the same way we engender joy and appreciate this basic goodness of our body and mind.